Yo, what's up, guys? This is your boy Young Prospect back again with another video. So today we're gonna be looking at why GWFX chooses to actually use TradingView for analysis. So we're just gonna be explaining a couple features that TradingView has that we have seen to be quite useful in terms of our trading journey. So for an example, we're gonna just start it off light a little bit. There's a bit of features that are actually standing out for me here. So the first thing that I like about TradingView is the fact that with the paid account, which is about $15, like 200, 300 rand, you can be able to actually uh, have a replay button mode. So what that means is you can just click here and then just have a replay area where you want the market to reverse, and then see if you would be able to actually catch that move on your own. So it basically helps you to be able to know your entries better, know how to actually go through trading. Let's say you wanted to catch how this impulse ended up being a sell. You can just rewind here, and then if you just zoom in, you can clearly see that it was on a clear uptrend. But what happened next is you can even press play here for it to actually play out, simulating a real market. So as you can see, it bounced off here, first touch, second touch, third touch, and then what happened here is it pushed down, and as it did here the first time, but the difference now is it gave you an actually bearish channel, so that you can see that price was going to continue, because price really does move in that way. What we mean, let me just zoom back a bit. So we have an impulse from here. What happens next? You have a correction, impulse from here. Happens next, correction or impulse from here. And then once we fail to break the previous low, you know that the trend changes. So what happened next is price started pushing up, same thing, up, same thing. So the same with the bear trend. So what that means is every time it sells and it gives you like a bearish channel, there's a possibility, a high probability actually, of the trade actually playing out towards the low. And then what basically happened here is you can play it out and see how far it got. And as you can see, it actually went up until this area. So at least now every time you enter a trade, you know exactly where you should exit, because you've been practicing that. That's the one feature that I like. And then another feature that I really got used to recently is this feature right here. So if you take a look at this area right here, the one that has your actual uh, uh, price display. So what that is, there's this thing called bars pattern. Let me just highlight it there for you. So I'm gonna just zoom back in. So if you take a look at price action as it is now, you can clearly see that price went up and then it went down. So what this feature does is it actually can actually clone this move up. So you can simply click there and then pull towards the top, and be able to click there, and then you can just drag this, because it's just a simulation of this, right? So what that basically means, guys, is that price did push towards the upside, right? And then it gave you a nice little flag, and then it started dropping. So this structure, you can just save it next time in your template. When you see something like this, you'll be able to actually capitalize from that trade. So the bars pattern, what it does is it helps you be able to actually isolate price. Let's say you want to isolate this small bit here, and you just want to put your focus on this. How would you have traded this? So you can double click it, and then make sure that you can also change it to real chart lines. So let me see if I can do that. I just forgot which name is it. So just go to the normal HL, not HLOC bars, right? So what this means is you can clearly see as it went up, it gave you that low, gave you that low, gave you that low, gave you that low, gave you that low. So what these lows represents is a price that is actually pushing up like this. So what you're doing is you're studying where it actually starts buying. So you take this bit of information and use it to find out how it bought. same as here, same as here, same as here. So that's what we've been basically doing here at GWFX, trying to figure out the market by actually separating price before we get to these moves, and actually what made this move be this was just a small bias, but what actually happened for this to be this big was because of this middle flag here. So yeah, that's the second feature that I like. Another feature that I like is these price representations. So as you place it, you can actually see how much your stop size is in pips. Right now it's 212. So if you just lower it to an ideal stop size, this is just 100 pips. So it means that every time you enter a trade, you'll be risking 100 pips. And if you caught this move, you would have gotten yourself 2,300 pips. So that's what this represents as a display. Same as for the buyers as well. If you buy here and your stop is just below here, means you're risking 112 pips. And then if you caught this whole move, you would be catching 22,000 pips. So that's what it means to actually use these price display buttons. And then you have this drawing tool, which is not quite there in MetaTrade. I don't know now, it's been a while since I've actually looked at the features, but here you can just use it to actually explain how everything is actually moving. And then if you're trying to, maybe you're in a meeting with your partners, you're trying to explain that this was a head and shoulder, so it pushed up, gave you a low, gave you a higher, which is the head, and it gave you the other shoulder on the side. So this was the head and shoulder, and then it impulsed down based on this neckline. So as you can see, that's another feature that's useful. And then there's another one that I use pretty often, is this box here, which is regarded as a zone. You can customize it to whatever color you want just by double clicking it. You can change the outside to be white, and then maybe the inside to be at least yellow. You see, as you can see, price can be represented by beautiful colors, just like your zones as well. You can place your zone here if that's where it belongs. You can place your zone here just to show where price is currently. And then this is a ray line. This is a little bit different towards a straight line, because this, as you place it here, I remember I used to have the issue of it extending backwards to there while I just needed it there. So that's a very handy tool. Another very handy tool is the arrow. As you can see, you can just map out where you think the chart is gonna go, play it out, and see if it'll actually get there. And then as you can see, guys, it didn't go there exactly when you pointed it out. It actually did this. So that's how you actually learn. And then basically as soon as it gets here, you are pretty sure that it's gonna start buying. So that's a little bit of the features that I like about TradingView. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you do subscribe. More content coming on the way. There's a free Telegram link in the channel. If you want to join there, we're gonna start posting a lot of content down there as well. The course is coming. We're busy at doing everything just so that the course will be available soon. Every country, our website is slowly being developed. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing if you found this video helpful. There's a link in the bio for TradingView, link in the bio for subscribing. Our socials are down there. Thank you for watching. It's your boy signing out.